Hello and welcome back into Centex Primetime. I am your host, Jalen Gillis, getting ready to bring you through the primetime topics in sports, not just here in the Central Texas area, but from all around the nation. We want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here today on Centex Primetime. As always, if you haven't already, go over to our YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You can also like and share this stream as well, as we got plenty to talk about here today on Centex Primetime. And you can see my ad at the bottom, ticker at Jalen Gillis. You can follow me on Instagram. Also follow the show on Instagram, Centex Primetime and Centex Sports TV on Instagram as well. We've got a lot of topics to cover today as we'll talk about Jimmy Haslam, talking about Shedeur Sanders. What did he have to say about the draft process? We'll talk about the potential monster class that could be the 2027 NFL draft class. We'll talk some Baylor football. Who is the best Baylor quarterback of all time, not named Robert Griffin? We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk some high school football as well. And, of course, we'll close it out with some quick takes and some hot topics from the sports world and what's been going on the last couple of days. So, folks, we're going to jump straight into it. Once again, thanks, everybody, for watching. You can also tune in with us on Facebook, the Centex Sports Network over on Facebook as well. So we're going to jump straight into it. Joining me here today in studio this time, we heard him over the phone yesterday. Today he is in studio, Mr. PJ Gaither in the building with us. PJ, what's going on?
Man, what's going on, man? Just chilling, Just we got some big things to talk about today, man. Some people been wilding in the news lately.
Yeah, it's summertime. I don't know if guys like to do some crazier stuff because it's summer or what's going on, and maybe we just don't have enough to talk about, so we end up talking about these things. We're going to jump straight into it. The Browns owner, Jimmy Haslam, co-owner Jimmy Haslam, talked about drafting Shedeur in the 5th round. He said, if you told me Friday night driving home, y'all are going to pick Shedeur, I would have said that's not happening, but we had conversations earlier that morning. I think we had the right people involved in the conversation. At the end of the day, that's Andrew Berry's call. Andrew made the call to pick Shedeur. So him saying that, for one, made me think back to the viral video of when Shedeur got drafted and the lackluster expression of Andrew Berry. This is all Andrew Berry's call, and it was his call, and we want to put all the blame on him in typical Jimmy Haslam fashion. Let's just put all the blame on him, but if it works out with Shedeur, then it's all of a sudden going to be his pick. But we think back to Andrew Berry, he looked like he didn't want to pick Shedeur at all. He looked almost like he was mad that he had to pick Shedeur right there. Yeah. I don't know what that's about, but we're talking about the Cleveland Browns. I don't know what anything they do is about because, yes, you drafted Shedeur in the 5th round. Shedeur, as we talked about yesterday, gets the most attention out of everybody on the Cleveland Browns, including Myles Garrett, who's one of the highest paid players in the league. You got him on the team, and he's showing out already in training camp. Why did you pick Dalen Gabriel in the 3rd round? Can Jimmy answer that question since he wants to answer about Shedeur? What was the point of even picking Dalen Gabriel? What was the point of trading for Deshaun Watson? It's so many things we can point to in Jimmy Haslam that are questionable. But him kind of putting this onus over on Andrew Berry, saying it was him that picked him, and I didn't really have nothing to do with it. And I didn't even have no plan on picking Shedeur Sanders, which I kind of doubt. I think the Browns were kind of the team all along. I think they had the most interviews with Shedeur Sanders, too, out of all the different teams. I think they were the team all along that wanted to pick him. Things got confusing once they took a Dalen Gabriel in the 3rd round. They see Shedeur still there in the 5th. Okay, we're going to trade back up and go ahead and get him. So, PJ, what is your thoughts about Jimmy Haslam's comments on not even wanting to draft Shedeur at first and then doubling back and drafting Shedeur?
I'm not really upset with him if he come out and be like, basically, it's the way he said it.
Yeah.
Like, if you come out and say, like, okay, we didn't have no plans on drafting him, that's okay. But, because everybody, they got the right to draft whoever they want. And, whoever that they've been looking at. And every team, it's 32 teams, so every team evaluation going into the draft is going to be a little bit different as far as what their needs are. And, definitely as the draft continues to go. But just like a lot of stuff don't really need to be said, man. A lot of these owners right now, they digging holes for themselves, bro. Like, how is a rookie quarterback who just got drafted a few months ago supposed to feel like he's wanted on the team whenever your owner is coming out saying stuff like this? You know what I mean? Like, he's not gonna feel wanted on the team.
Nah.
Like, certain things really just don't have to be said, And I just don't be understanding, man. And this is the reason why the Browns is. As an organization, they're the Browns are trash, bro. Because you got owners coming out saying stupid stuff like this, and then you like you were saying, you seen all of their reaction whenever he got drafted. Nobody seemed enthusiastic. It was kind of like it was just very just underwhelming in the room. Like nobody really was excited. No, like they was clapping, but like barely. Yeah, it was just very nonchalant, compared to any of the other guys that they drafted. I'm sure it was different. I'm sure it was very
real
different. So
it was real different. We watched their reaction when they got Mason Graham.
Yeah, Mason Graham and
Quinshon Junkins if he ends up even playing.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. The Browns are an interesting team, and that's what makes this so crazy that Shedeur goes there. For those of you that have been watching the show before the draft process, I said the one team I didn't want Shedeur to go to was the Cleveland Browns because of the amount of dysfunction within the organization. They said it's not a QB battle when they got there, and now it is a QB battle. Then Kenny Pickett was going to be the guy. Now Joe Flacco's the guy because Kenny Pickett is hurt. And now there's reports from multiple ESPN guys within the Browns that have word within the Browns organization that's saying most likely one of these guys are going to get traded before the season even starts. So I don't know what's going on in Cleveland. And the thing is, I don't think they know. We always try to do a deep dive and figure out what are these coaches thinking? What is this organization thinking? I don't think that they're thinking like that. It's the Cleveland Browns. I think that they just kind of do stuff. That's why you even drafted, even if you weren't planning on drafting Shedeur, what was the point of drafting Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round? A guy that I thought was going to be there probably in the 6th or 7th round.
I never seen a team draft 2 quarterbacks like in one draft.
Back to back like that. Only time I can think of that is Kirk Cousins and Robert Griffin. I remember those 2 guys got drafted, but one of them was the number 2 pick in the draft, and the other one was a 5th round pick.
So
that's what we see. We don't usually see them take a quarterback in the 3rd. And then a round and a half later, you take another quarterback. And then why did you pick Dillon? I mean, hey, I'm not going to sit here to hate on Dillon Gabriel the whole time. I don't understand why they picked Dillon Gabriel at all. With the guys that were left on the board, I don't even understand why he got drafted by the Cleveland Browns. 3rd. No way you looked at any film from last year and said Dillon Gabriel's better than Quentin Ewers. There's no way you looked at any film from last year and said Dillon Gabriel's better than Shedeur. So, the Browns, they've got enough stuff going on. Like I said yesterday, we'll be watching everything that happens in training camp because we see it every single play.
They putting it out everywhere, man.
People are making YouTube
Twitter,
careers off of Browns training camp. This is the most, like I said yesterday, the most Browns training camp I've ever seen. I've never seen one of their training camps before in my life. I don't know who. I've never talked about the quarterbacks, projected starters. So they got enough going on out there in Cleveland.
And the biggest thing, man, these owners, bro, like y'all really gotta just shut y'all mouth, man. They got
too much money.
They talking way too much, man. I ain't never seen owners just like talking so loosely. You know what I mean? Like, just be quiet. Everything don't have to be said.
They tired of Jerry getting all the shine. Jerry's coming out and saying a whole lot of things.
We've been tired of Jerry down
and now his son is joining in on it. You've seen Stephen Jones is now joining in.
Yesterday, he talking crazy too, and it's just like, man, that's the thing. Like, even if you know my favorite saying. Well, it ain't even my favorite saying. I really stand on this. I've been standing on this for years. We ain't gonna be nothing until he die. And it's like,
I don't think. Hey, at this point, this is the first time I'll say. I don't think that's going to do anything.
But that's not going to do nothing because Steven, that's another 30 years right there.
What did he come out and say? Yes, Steven said yesterday that, talking about Stephen Jones, the I guess, part owner, part GM of the Cowboys, who's the son of Jerry Jones, came out and said yesterday that they don't wait to pay guys. They pay guys as soon as they have the opportunity to pay guys, and it makes sense. What does that mean?
That don't even mean
what does that mean? You had the opportunity to pay the guys years before you end up paying him. You make CD wait, he comes into camp late, gets hurt. You make Dak wait, comes into camp, gets hurt. Now here comes Micah Parsons. What do we expect out of Micah? Now when you finally do pay him, probably the day before the season starts, you're going to expect him to go out there and do what? Get 4 or 5 sacks in the game?
That's crazy.
Because he got money? Jerry Jones said, he's already making $20 million. We got about $20 million sitting on the sideline right now.
Just pay, bro,
I don't, the owners, like you said, maybe, I don't know what's happening. Maybe they've seen Jerry and the way that he's conducting himself and said, hey, we're going to start doing this. Maybe I want to start talking a little bit like Jerry now. Hey, we'll be keeping up with Cleveland Browns because of, like I said, the training camp stuff, but also because we got to figure out who's even going to be on the team.
Yeah.
Is Deshaun Watson going to be on the team? We know all the legal trouble he has.
And that's what
now Quinshon Junkins is in legal trouble.
Yeah.
Is he even going to be on the team?
That's the thing I'm talking about. Like, if you want to come out and say this, bro, you need to be talking about stuff that really matters for your team. This really right now, that stuff that he said about Shador and everything as far as with the draft, that didn't mean nothing really.
No.
Like, speak on things that y'all really got going on because Deshaun Watson, yeah, like you said, like what y'all doing with that? What y'all doing with Quishon? Y'all got a lot of other things that y'all should be worried about. You know, now I really don't feel like that whatever that the reporter, whoever asked him, I don't feel like that response was really needed in that moment. You know, because like I said, like if you're a rookie, whatever, it don't matter if you're a rookie quarterback, whatever position that you play, and your owner come out and say something like that, you don't feel like that you want it on the team.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna help you at all. First of all, he's barely getting reps already. Barely getting
reps already because y'all really dry. Y'all really dry holding him off on reps because he looked better than Dylan Gabriel.
We talked about this on Monday when Rocky was on here, and I kind of agree. I think they're holding out on how much they're gonna let Shador go because as of right now, it's not gonna do you any benefit. It's gonna be more of a storyline and more drama if it gets drawn out. If you can make him wait. If somebody ges hurt and then everybody's waiting on Shador to come in and say
why y'all draft him?
Yeah, see, but then it all goes back to it's just the Cleveland Browns. It don't have to make sense because it's the Cleveland Browns. A lot of things they do don't make sense. It didn't make sense to draft Brady Quinn over Aaron Rodgers. That didn't make any sense. It didn't make sense to draft Johnny Manziel when this boy was on cocaine at 20. You thought it was going to get better at 25?
Nah.
Like, it's not going to get any better.
It didn't make sense to take Deshaun Watson after he hadn't played
football.
Come on,
man. I mean, I'm always appreciative of it because we got 4 or 5 first-round picks out of it, but that didn't make any sense.
It made no sense.
Y'all gave a 100% fully guaranteed contract, $230 million, highest contract and highest guaranteed money of all time, to a guy that had 20-plus lawsuits against him. And then we're surprised that it didn't work out, and he had to sit out time and end up paying. Like, come on, man. It's the Browns. That's all I can say. I think back to that time they was on Hard Knocks, and I was just confused the whole Hard Knocks.
That was crazy.
I was confused the whole time. I was like, what is even going on? Nothing they did.
They weren't good.
Sense.
They weren't even good.
They were coming off of like one-win team, a one-win season. They had Hugh Jackson, even though he was terrible.
They brought
Hugh Jackson back again.
They just had a lot of hype going into that season for some reason.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of my favorite Baylor Bears, Corey Coleman, got drafted there, and I think that ruined him. That was his rookie year, the year they was on Hard Knocks. Man. I think they ruined him up there, man. But we'll be keeping an eye on Cleveland Browns training camp some more to see what's going on. Jimmy Haslam, I'm sure, is going to have even more to say as we get closer and closer to the season starting. I want to talk a little bit about this potential monster class that everybody keeps talking about in the 2020. That could happen in 2027. Not this next year's draft in 26. I'm talking about the year after that. If some of these guys stay in college like we think they are, 2027 class could potentially be some monsters. Some notable names that could come out that year. Colin Simmons and Dylan Stewart. Mm-hmm. Two, like I said yesterday, 2 guys that I think when they do come out are going to be top 5 picks in the draft. Either however you want to slice it, Colin Simmons or Dylan Edwards, or Dylan Stewart. I mean, whenever they decide to come out, those guys are going to be top picks. Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams. That's enough said right there. Ryan Williams did all the things he did, the number 1 receiver at Alabama as a 17-year-old.
What's the receiver at Auburn?
Yeah, and Cam Coleman as well. Cam Coleman, you can add him on that list too.
You got Ryan Wingo on that too.
That'll be coming out. Ryan Wingo, especially after the year I think he's going to have this year.
I think he's going to be
and then Jeremiah Smith, I think, is probably the best football player in college already, and he was a true freshman last year. So that's saying a lot. You brought up Cam Coleman, T.J. Moore Jr. out of Clemson, problem as well. And then you got Arch Manning and D.J. Lagway. Could be coming out in 2027.
Lenore Sellers.
That could potentially be. I think Lenore will come out this upcoming. Well,
no, he's gonna have to come out the following year.
No, this is his redshirt sophomore year, I believe. He was a redshirt. I don't think he was a true freshman last year. I think he was a redshirt freshman. So he'll be eligible to come out this year, but he might stay.
If he stays,
right? Yeah, if he stays, he could come out in the same class with Arch and DJ Lagway.
It's just so many schools, bro. That like from that's got a possibility to have somebody come out in that 2027 like draft class, bro. It's gonna be really, really, really deep.
And that's just the guys we know. That's 2 years from now. It's gonna be some more people
because some guys have breakout
years. Yeah, it's gonna be way more people have breakout years. They also added in Julian Saying and Dylan Raiola to these names. I'm not necessarily putting them there yet. One, we got to see what does Julian Saying even look like. I get it. It's Ohio State. I get the hype he had coming out of high school. A lot of guys had hype coming out of high school.
We gotta see him play. We ain't even seen him.
We haven't even seen this guy play. And Dylan Raiola, I mean,
he's decent.
He's decent. Guys got really, really carried away after those first 3 or 4 games last year for Nebraska. People got carried away. I remember having a conversation on this show. I think it was with Kyrell on here and was saying how he would take Dylan Raiola over Shedeur. I'm sure he would walk those comments back. I'm sure he would walk those. I ain't going to do that to you, Kyrell. I'll give you a chance to defend yourself. I'm sure you would walk those comments back now. Yeah, but at that point, he did say that.
That's crazy.
That he would take, and I was like, man, come on. Y'all are really tweaking right now. He was tweaking out on that one. KJ Bolden also in that mix. Yeah. Leonard Moore.
Running back out of Florida, Jaden Bowe. I love Jaden Bowe, bro. I love him.
Yeah.
I big old running back, too, about 6'3", 225. Freshman. He was killing
it's Florida
last year.
For
he
you,
had
man.
like
Florida,
800-something rushing.
You get anybody out of that Everglades area, out of Florida, it gets scary. That area only produces monsters.
Jaden Ball, dog.
Yeah, like that. That whole area literally only produces monsters. And then Jordan Seaton on top of that as well.
Majority of these guys is in the SEC.
Yeah. Almost everybody we named is in the SEC for you Big Ten lovers out there. And I ain't going to say nothing about the Big 12. I'm a Big 12 fan too. But you Big Ten guys that keep trying to debate with me that the Big Ten is just as good as the SEC.
Bryson Washington.
That's to let you know. Bryson Washington could be coming out too, man. So, yes. 2027 could end up being a monster class going into next year. Class, I'm sure, we'll get a chance to talk about that some more and see what are the guys that'll really be dialed in coming out next year.
What's the dude that, Marcel Reese.
Yeah. Marcel Reese. If he gets his throwing down, I'm rooting for Reese.
I like
Reed.
Marcel.
He's one of the only guys. He's probably one of the first guys since Manziel that I'm actually rooting for. At Texas A&M.
He's really good. It's just his passing, man.
It was terrible.
And that's what I was trying to tell people going into the game before they played us last year. Against Texas. He's our ideal quarterback to go against because he's no threat in the passing game, and we have all the guys. We have all the guys on defense to be able to hold a QB that runs.
He's fast, but everybody in that defense
no QB is outrunning.
Fast.
You can't outrun our defense, bro. We got linebackers.
Not Anthony Hill and
Leota LaFau.
Yeah, LaFau.
You know what I mean?
Guys.
None of our
got
DBs.
McDonald and Taft.
At
safety.
You're not outrunning that. And you're not getting around the corner because you got Colin Simmons.
Yeah. You really can't. You might not even get off the edge with Colin and Trey playing on the other side. And then what if they end up unleashing Terry this year and letting him play on the inside? Man,
that's what I'm saying.
Texas is loaded.
Trey Moore gonna be playing linebacker. This year.
I seen that. They moving him to outside to the wheel. I'm like, okay.
It's gonna be ugly for a lot of defenses, bro.
Texas gonna be a fun team to watch this year. They got probably the hardest schedule in the country. I think they play Georgia this year. They play Georgia at Georgia. They play A&M. They play Oklahoma. Oklahoma is going to be pretty good this year. I'm not an Oklahoma fan like that, but Oklahoma is going to be.
They're gonna play us a lot closer than what they have. What they have last year and the year before last.
I remember we said it here. If y'all don't believe what you've seen from out of Oklahoma last year.
I ain't gonna say they're gonna beat us, but they're gonna play us. I don't expect for the Red River.
I don't think they'll be better than Texas.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be like it was last year or like
not a chance.
The year
not
before.
A chance.
Or the year before last. So
they got a real dude at QB now. Then they went and got Jaden out the transfer portal from Cal to be a running back. The receivers are still nice. They always got receivers.
Only thing that we really got to see from them is if their quarterback play is going to be.
I think John Mateer is going to be way better.
I think it is because he looked really
Jackson
good.
Arnold.
He looked really good at the
at
the Manning camp.
Oh yeah, Manning. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? He looked really good. Camp, he was one of the guys that they was talking about a lot. So I think they're going to be better just because of that. And all I'm going to tell is whenever they play Auburn.
Yeah.
Because they got Auburn early on.
They got Auburn early.
We're going to see how that looks whenever they play Auburn. But I still think they're going to be good. And even if they do lose against Auburn is a team that I'm thinking that's going to be better than what they were last year.
For sure.
So it's a lot of teams.
That's right. That Baylor game mean a lot for a lot of teams.
That's going to really
outside of just Auburn and Baylor, because that's going to tell us what the Big 12 is going to look like. It's going to tell us what the SEC is going to look like.
I was just watching On 3, and they got Baylor winning the Big 12.
Man, I'm telling y'all. See, look, I'm going to have to pull out the clip and tell y'all I said it here months ago that don't sleep on Baylor for the Big 12 championship. Somebody's got to be the guy to put the pressure on Baylor of winning the championship. I don't want, man, I got to. I'm tired. I don't want to just say 8 wins. That'll be great. We'll get to the Alamo Bowl again. I don't want no more Alamo Bowls.
Go ahead and win the Big 10.
We need to win the Big 12 this year.
I said Big 10.
Why is wide open? right now.
Yeah.
I understand we got Arizona State. We got to see what they're going to look like without Cam Scatterbo and all these guys.
Scatterbo was their entire offense. Now they do got that good receiver.
Yeah, they're getting Jordan Tyson back.
Yeah,
Jordan Tyson's a monster. He was a monster last year, but
I'm just not sold. I'm not sold on their defense totally, and then I'm really not sold on their quarterback play as well. I mean, really, a lot of the hype that he's getting is because of the Texas game, but Scatterbo is the one who brought them back in that game.
I like Sam Levitt. I think he's cool. I'm not the guy that's I don't have Sam Levitt. This is just me personally. I don't have him in front of Sawyer Robertson at Baylor. No. I don't have him in front of Avery Johnson at Kansas State. I think Avery Johnson is better than Sam Levitt. Avery Johnson is actually is nice for real.
Kansas State gonna be good too.
And Kansas State is gonna be a good team as well. They always good.
Yeah.
And now Dylan Edwards gets to be the feature back since Giddings is now gone.
Giddings gone now.
So man, they're gonna be nice, but I'm right there with Baylor too.
Even Iowa State quarterback, I feel like he's
Rocco Beck is nice. Rocco Beck is really nice.
Real nice.
I like old boy from TCU. Jay Hoover.
Yeah, TCU.
I like Jay Hoover too.
That's another team that on 3 actually put Baylor. He said it's gonna be Baylor and TCU in the Big 12 championship game.
I like TCU. They always that sleeper team.
If you look at that
always
November,
sneaks up on you.
Go look at their November schedule, bro. They not really playing nobody.
Oh no, they got it. They got a cake.
Baylor got an easy schedule in November too. All the teams that Baylor played in November.
Baylor got, but the thing for Baylor is they got to get to week five with a winning record.
With a winning record, yeah.
Because they do play Samford or something like that, but outside of that, they play Auburn week 1, SMU week 2, Arizona State week 4.
Yeah, Arizona State week 4.
So like you're gonna get tested as soon as the season starts. So we got to make it to November with a winning record in order for us to be able to try to cruise through. You're right though; the schedule does start to teeter off a little bit, but man,
Utah gonna be better. Utah gonna be better too this year.
I'm waiting to see what their quarterback looks like. They got old boy from New Mexico State. They're high on him. I like him, the fast kid. He's pretty good, but I got to see what it looks like. You doing that in New Mexico and doing that in the Big 12 is two completely different things.
It's gonna be a lot different. Ain't they trying to put New Mexico back in the new Pac-12 that they trying to?
They probably need to because they don't got nobody in the Pac-12.
They trying to bring it back and they trying to put it's a bunch of sorry teams.
They finna put ICDC in the Pac-12.
They
putting anybody in the Pac-12
Sacramento
right now.
State.
Pac-12 is gonna be weak. I'm sorry, y'all. They don't need to be considered Power 5. I hope they don't say that's Power 5.
Just change the name to something else. It ain't got to be Pac-12.
Put it back to the Pac-10 like it was. It used to be the Pac-10.
I'm about to say Pac-10 back
Put it back to the Pac-10 and kick them out. It's not Power 5.
No.
Do not start trying to consider that Power 5.
No, there'll never be no Power 5.
No, but I hope they don't. Since Pac-12 was, I hope they don't try to still consider it.
No, because
Conference
USA better than that.
And the American Conference better.
And the American, yeah, way better.
So I hope they don't put the Pac-12. I think Colorado State is going over there.
Yeah,
Texas State is going over there.
They going over there, like
and yeah, that's nasty. I don't want to see that.
I want to leave the Sun Belt to go over to that.
It don't. I mean, I get it. Maybe because of money, the TV, which ain't gonna last. Because once they see the product, they're gonna say this is just like the Mountain West.
It is.
So we're gonna pull our Pac-12 TV deal and give you this Mountain West TV deal because that's what it's gonna look like out there. So yeah, the Pac-12 they don't need to consider that at all. We were just talking about Baylor. I want to transition over, talk about some local sports here for a little bit, and talk a little bit about Baylor. The football team, like I said, a lot of expectations going into this year. Sawyer Robertson already showing to be one of those guys. A question was brought up. I forget where I seen it, maybe on Twitter or somewhere else, or Threads. Who is the best quarterback in Baylor history not named Robert Griffin? Everybody will easily throw Robert Griffin out there, obviously, because he's got the Heisman. But now we got to really start searching and thinking, okay, who is the best guy? I think for my money, like we talked about yesterday with the Hall of Fame induction, I think Bryce Petty might be the best quarterback not named Robert Griffin. But
I got an argument on that.
He got some stiff competition. That would just be if I had to, at first glance, if I got to throw somebody out there, I'm gonna say Bryce out there too. Out there as well. But there's other names that can be brought up in this conversation as well.
I'm gonna say Bryce Petty, bro. And I feel like honestly, because it wasn't too long after RG3 had left, I feel that Bryce Petty ran the offense better than RG3.
Oh, the team was way better.
He ran the offense.
If
better.
RG3 played on that Bryce Petty team, we might have got to a natty. At least because their team was way better, and like you said, he ran that offense.
I feel like as for quarterback, yeah, because I feel like his arm was better than RG3's. Now, athletically, he wasn't nowhere near RG3.
No, not at all.
RG3 was a way bigger threat, but Bryce Petty, as far as like when it comes to just quarterback play, you know what I'm saying, passing the ball, whatever, I feel like that he ran that offense way better than what RG3 could have had. And I ain't saying that I agree with you. I still feel like we would have went way further with RG3. But at the same time, I can't even say that because our defense was so terrible at that time.
Man, the defense was bad.
So bad, bro. Like, we really lost some games because of them dudes, bro. Like the Michigan State game.
Yeah, that's
like because we were scoring on them.
Yeah, Michigan State, that one still haunts.
Them, like,
shout out to my dog Levi. I asked him about it. He was like, I don't even try to think about that game.
Like, bro,
talking about Michigan State.
Even the Fiesta Bowl, man. You remember we played UCF?
UCF with Blake Bortles and Storm Johnson on New Year's. Ruined my New Year's. Ruined the first day of the year.
My birthday two days after that. Man, I was hurt.
I was heated. They ruined my New Year's, man. I still remember watching that.
Yeah, I was hurt, man. But another guy that I feel like he don't get a lot of just due, and it's just because injuries kind of ruined his career. But Seth Russell, I feel like Seth Russell had the highest.
I was gonna bring up.
Bro, he had the highest upside.
Seth Russell might be, and this comes from not just me. This is from guys inside Baylor, guys that have been watching Baylor for years, have said Seth Russell was the most talented player to ever play at Baylor. We're talking about a dude that was like 6'4".
6'4".
Cannon for I'm talking about 80, 90 yards and ran. This was their reports. It wasn't no official, but they said in according to Baylor's time, it was running a 4.4.
He could run.
At 6'4", 225.
And I know they not lying because he had some wheels.
6'4", 225 was running a 4.4.
Man.
If he would have stayed healthy, I mean, there's so many what-ifs when you start getting into those.
The Iowa State game.
Those years because of all the stuff that happened with our brows. But that year that Jarrett Stidham had to get forced his freshman year to play, that was only because Seth got hurt.
Yeah.
That means that would have been Seth Russell out there with K.D. Cannon and Corey Coleman. We was destroying people.
We was rolling.
We was killing people. And then everybody started getting hurt.
Yeah.
We still had Shock Linwood on the team. Like that team, that 2015 team was a problem.
And if people, man, I remember because I was in high school at the time, man, and that class of 2016 that was about to come in when they had guys like Cameron Martin, my home, our boy Parrish Kyles from the city,
Devin Duvernay.
They had some dogs, bro, that was going to go to that school, and a lot of them guys, all them guys decommitted actually. All of them decommitted.
I think Petrie might have been the only one that stayed. He was the year after. He was the
year after. Yeah,
he might have been.
He was the year. He with me. He with me. So it was some guys that was finna come out that class of 2016, that was going to be really, really good. And they had top guys. Like Cameron Martin was a top like running back, bro.
Oh yeah.
At Port Arthur Memorial. And he ran track. He had track speed. You know what I'm saying? Ended up going to Auburn. Parrish ended up going to Oklahoma. What's the other guy? It was just a lot of guys, man.
Yeah, Duvernay went to Texas.
A lot of guys, yeah.
That's the biggest what if in Baylor history.
Jermichael Hasty. They had Jermichael Hasty out of Longview.
Hasty stayed.
He stayed.
Yeah,
that's what I was a part of that class.
Hasty was the only one that stayed. Man, that's the biggest what if when you talk about Baylor football. That 2015 going into 2016 year, the ultimate what if. If those guys could have stayed, if all the stuff that happened with our brows and all this stuff, if that class could have stayed, and Seth Russell would have came back, because Seth Russell came back the next year, but I think he got hurt again. And then from there he just went ahead and medically retired. After that. But man, Seth Russell, everybody was talking about Bryce. We went from RG3, and then Bryce took it to another level, and then Seth was getting ready to take it to. Because the weapons we had, just the weapons we had alone,
we was gonna run through the Big 12.
If they would have added Devin Duvernay to Corey Coleman, K.D. Cannon as well, man, come on, y'all.
Jermichael Hasty and Cameron Martin.
What are we even talking about, y'all? Like it would have been unstoppable. But yeah, I think if I have to choose, I'm gonna go with Bryce Petty as the best quarterback not named Robert Griffin in Baylor history, with an honorable mention to the gap year quarterback between Bryce Petty and Robert Griffin, and that's Florence. Florence, he had his ups and downs, but that West Virginia game, everybody remembers Stavon and all them going off. But we was putting up points too on the other side, and that was Florence.
Yeah, we was putting up
Florence
was
putting up some monster numbers.
Decent, bro.
And that's the same year we beat Kansas State when they were number one in the nation, and they came down to Baylor with Jay Hubert and Colin Klein and all them dudes, and we beat them.
Shout out Florence, man.
I got to give him a shout out in there because it was in between Petty and Robert Griffin, so nobody remembers it. It was only for 1 year. And then we lost like 3 or 4 games that year too. I mean, the defense was really, really bad that year. Yeah, it was that everybody always talking about. Like I said, the Tavon Austin and Stedman Bailey game. Stedman Bailey ended up becoming one of the all-time leaders in touchdowns in college football history because of that game. I think he had 6 touchdowns in that game alone. And Tavon had like 3. Tavon didn't even have to do much that game. They was killing us. Stedman Bailey had like 6 touchdowns.
They was killing us.
I don't even want to shout him out, but the corner that had the dreads, man, on our team at that time, bro gave up at least 7 touchdowns that game. I can't lie. Man. He gave up almost every single touchdown.
Talking about dude that had the big hit against OU
yes,
like 2013.
Morton. KJ Morton was his name, man. But shout out KJ Morton. But yeah, that was he gave about 400 yards that game by himself. But yeah, that's why I would agree to be the best Baylor quarterback. Outside of him, if we could have kept Jarrett Stidham, I think he would have ended up becoming that guy as well. Yeah. If we could have kept him, but obviously after all the news happened, he ended up transferring out. He ends up going to Auburn as well. Another Baylor player, VJ Edgecombe, had some things to say about his experience down here in Waco, Texas, playing for the Baylor Bears. He was talking on the Paul George podcast, and he says, "I hate college basketball." He said, "I don't like anything about it, the way that I was getting used at Baylor." He said, we had 2 bigs that played, so I didn't get a chance to really showcase what I could do because of, basketball in college doesn't have the 3-second rule, so guys that sit in the lane all day long. It's a completely different game than it is in the NBA. Yeah. Now, I agree to certain points of what VJ is saying. I get it and all that. But one, let's make sure you can score in the NBA first before we start downing what happened at Baylor and you start pointing the finger saying, I played with 2 bigs. That's why I didn't do anything. VJ Edgecombe, I love that he got drafted number 3. I think he's got one of the highest upsides in this draft for any of the guys in the draft. But I watched multiple games this year where you came up very short when we needed somebody to step up and make big plays, and he was the 4th or 5th option on the team when you should have been the number 1 option since you were a top 5 player in the nation coming to the team. I get what you're saying, VJ, but it kind of came off a little bit wrong just in his delivery, but I get what he was trying to say. Way more spacing in the NBA than it is for college. And a lot of people's game work better for the NBA than it does in college because of there's less spacing in college. There's a longer shot clock. Yeah, less analytics. Less guy. And then he also said that. He said Scott Drew is a big analytics guy, so you can't take any mid-range shots. Nah. He only wants dunks and threes, and that's cool. But I better see you working in the mid-range this year in Philly, or this is all just talk. If you're saying that, what you think about VJ's comments though about his time at Baylor?
Yeah, I'm like you. I mean, before you really want to start saying that, you got to make sure that you got some type of, some work done in the league before you really want to be coming out saying something like that, But I agree with him as well, in that aspect because, I mean, I always say it a lot too. You see a lot of players, some of these dudes, man, they can average by a good 30 in college, bro, if they coaches or just let them kind of let loose.
If they let them go.
Some of these guys could average 30, 25, you know what I mean? They could easily do it, but it's college, and the game is a little different in college, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a lot more analytics, less spacing, like you were saying, and it's very system-based. So, that's why you got some coaches in college, they don't really work whenever they transition to the NBA because they got a system that they're trying to run, and that's just not how the NBA is going to operate at all times. You know what I mean? That's why a guy like Coach K, he couldn't really be good in the NBA because he's too strong on his system, and he want it like this, he want it done like this at all times, and that's not gonna always be the case. Sometimes you just gotta, if you got a star, bro, you gotta let that star take over. You know what I mean?
It's 2 completely different games when you talk about NBA and NCAA.
Yeah, but he can't be coming out saying that right now because like I said, like you just got done. It's still summer league, right?
Yeah, but just
finished summer league. So like
they're not even in camp.
They're not even in camp yet, bro.
September.
So you really need to make sure that when the season start, that you really showing that since you couldn't show all that you could at Baylor, and like you were saying, me and you done talked about it on here before. Like we was getting March Madness heated. Because there was times that he was supposed to take over and he didn't take over, bro. Even before March Madness, man, it was just regular games.
The BYU game down here that we blew. I mean, it was a few games.
I'm like, dog, you
got 8 points, bro.
Yeah, like,
you
come
need
on,
to step
man.
up. You number 3 player in the nation. We need you to do something.
8 points, 10, 12 points. You feel me? Like you shooting under, like you shooting bad. You shooting.
You shooting bad.
Like you shooting like, bro. He's shooting like 30.
Like I said, I love VJ, but at the end of the day, I was a guy that was mad whenever Trey Johnson decommitted from Baylor and went to Texas. Because we seen what Trey Johnson was doing at Texas. That's when we went and got VJ. Was after Trey had moved on and went to Texas instead, and then we ended up getting VJ. But I'm just hoping your game translates, bro. You know, I get what you're trying to say. The college game is a whole lot different than the pro game. Like you said, coaches don't even transition well from college to the pro game. You said Coach K, but we've seen multiple coaches that tried it and it didn't work. John Calipari. He was the coach of the Nets. It didn't work. Rick Pitino was the coach of the Celtics with Paul Pierce and Antoine Walker. It didn't work because the college game is built for the lesser athlete. It's built so you can have 4 or 5 guys out there that ain't even fast. They can't jump. They can't do nothing. NBA ain't built for that at all. NBA is only built for the peak athlete, the best basketball players in the entire world. So it's 2 completely different games when you're going out there. But VJ, man, hope we wish you all success this year, but definitely hope you'll be able to back up some of the words you were saying. And don't get too gung-ho and crazy on these podcasts with your teammate there, because we've seen what Podcast P, where this podcast has gotten him as far as his basketball play. So that you shouldn't even be on his podcast right now, bro. Whatever he's doing, do not follow that. Ask him, what did you do when you was in Indiana? Don't ask him nothing about what he's doing now in Philly. Ask him about his days in Indiana or Oklahoma City.
We really want to be honest, bro. The reason why he had such a good year with Oklahoma City like he did was because of Russ.
Oh, yeah. Man, Russ is another. We talked about Cam yesterday in the slander. Russ is another one of these guys that I feel like I got to start walking around with his stats on the shirt or something because y'all seem to forget how great this man was at basketball.
Recency bias is crazy.
Y'all see him missing layups and doing stuff now and just forget that this man averaged a triple-double for 4 years.
4 years.
Forget that this man was getting 30 in the finals against LeBron and them. Yeah. Everybody was just, KD and those guys, they didn't have enough help. They had plenty of help. They were favored. Yeah. They were favored to beat the Heat in 5 games, and the Heat ended up beating them in 5 games. That was just because of how good LeBron was. They didn't have nothing to do with it.
It was plenty of times that he changed his gameplay in order to benefit other players that was on his team.
Yes,
whether it was
including Paul George.
Kevin Durant. It was a lot of guys, and you see just what he brings to a team. You see that it's weird, bro. Like, I think PG averaged the most points, I think, ever in his career whenever Russ was
that was his best. He was third in MVP.
Season. Yeah, he was third in MVP. Same with Kevin Durant. We seen some of Kevin Durant's best years whenever Russ was the point guard, or even just this year. You see with the Denver Nuggets, just the spark that he brought to the team, and you see that Jokic. He had a better year than his MVP year last year.
Had his best year with Russell Westbrook as a point guard.
So like I really just don't understand the disrespect that Russell Westbrook gets, bro. And like the recency bias is crazy. This man, Mr. Triple Double.
It's just him and Oscar Robertson. Oscar Robertson was doing it when there's 5 teams in the league. This man is doing it modern NBA history. No one's even gotten close to that.
It's recent.
Not LeBron, not Luka, not James Harden. Yeah, like I don't. Russ y'all got to go back and look at his stats because y'all start to treat him like
even go look at Washington, what he brought to Washington, bro.
Washington hadn't made the playoffs since then. Hadn't even forget the playoffs. They haven't even been close to the playoffs since that year that he was on there, and another year that he also averaged a triple double on the Washington Wizards, who are horrible. So no Russ slander as well. But VJ, don't hang out with Paul too much, man. He's on the back end of his career. I want to hit one more local topic here before we switch out here today. I want to talk about some high school players. Some guys in high school in this Waco area that we are excited to watch for this upcoming season. We've seen a couple of these guys been on the show, and I'll hopefully get a chance to get some more of these guys on the show. But I want to talk about a couple of these standout players that I think are really going to be difference makers. And these aren't shocking names. These are mostly the names that you guys know. Mm-hmm. But in case you don't know, we'll name some of those guys for you. First guy I want to name, a guy that I got to watch up close and personal for a couple of years when we were covering Conley, man. That's Jamarian Vincent. He's a guy that came, kind of out of nowhere. There were a lot of guys that were ranked in front of this guy or considered to be better than this guy, and he's the highest-rated player in Waco right now. He's on ESPN's top. I think he's 90-something on ESPN's top 100 list at corner right now. He plays everything. Obviously, you know, when you go to a smaller school like Conley, you play everything. No, he's quarterback, receiver, running back, all of that. But he's going to college as a corner, and he's within the top 100. He's the highest rated player in Waco right now.
Conley putting out DBs.
Yeah, Conley is putting out DBs, man. They must, maybe that's what it is. When they said, what position do we want to see him at? They said, well, shoot, they don't took 2 DBs to Texas. Let's put him at DB2 and just see what he could do.
Got one in the league.
Yeah, and then got one in the league on the Giants. Shout out to Corey, man. But yeah, Jamarian Vincent, electric when he's got the ball in his hands. We know what he can do as a defender, but when he's got the ball in his hand, he's an electric player playing for the Conley Cadets. He's definitely on the must-watch list. He's at the top of my must-watch list. Just week in and week out, the stuff that you'll see this guy do with the ball is insane. Another guy I want to bring up, kind of a young buck to the list here, and that's Lathan Washington out of Midway. A guy that put up really good numbers last year as a sophomore. And he was a young guy playing. And Midway kind of had a resurgent year and started to get back to some of those old Midway days that we're used to seeing Midway play. I'm super excited to watch this Midway team in general.
Be pretty good.
Lathan Washington is the head of all what they do on their offense. He's got offers. I mean, the kid's got offers from everywhere. I think just yesterday or a few days ago he got an offer from Cal. But, I mean, he's got an offer from Baylor, Minnesota, Oklahoma State, Florida, TCU, Texas. Dude's got offers from everywhere. SMU. Yeah. Baylor has been on him heavy. Baylor's been on this guy really heavy. I think Baylor was the first. If I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think Baylor was the first team to offer him a Power 5, Power 4 scholarship. And they offered him like his freshman year. Okay. So they knew. They've been on him heavy. I see him, you know, liking and sharing some of the other Baylor guys in the city stuff. So I'm just hoping. That's just me. I'm just hoping that, hey, we can stick around. He's still got plenty of time. He's only going into his junior year. So he's got a long way before we get to December of, 2027 when he will be signing his letter of intent. I'm hoping Baylor can stay in that mix because once you got Ole Miss and Texas and all these type of schools offering you, I think he's got Oregon. Yeah. It's tough, but Baylor's been on him pretty tough. He's a guy that I'm definitely super excited to watch this upcoming season. Any guys that I'm not thinking about so far that you want to throw into the mix? Just thinking about these local guys in this upcoming season.
What's my guy La Vega?
Jabari Thornton is definitely one of them. He was another one I was going to bring up. Jabari Thornton could easily be, maybe the best player on this list, man. We watched him do some incredible things last year.
He's pretty cool.
Getting a chance to cover La Vega.
The state championship game.
Him and his quarterback. And I'm waiting to see a bounce back game. And I see a lot of these guys, a lot of these Carthage guys that got offers and stuff. A lot of their highlight tape is in that state game, and it's of them, hitting a young KJ Parr, who was only a sophomore. He still got 2 more years to grow. It's his first time even playing varsity.
Man, he gonna be so cold. He gonna be so cold, bro. Like,
I'm just saying, don't get your head down at all, Parr, for seeing them highlights of these guys.
Like, you a youngin',
man. Parr is gonna be a problem. You're talking about who's my favorite 2 quarterbacks to watch in the whole city are him and Savoy Nichols over at University.
Most definitely. I ain't gonna lie, that whole University team is
you could have named anybody from University. London Smith,
cold,
obviously. We had Devontae Kirkland on here last
Campbell's
month.
Got them the most excited. He said they're going to be probably the most explosive offense in 5A.
And they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem. And they're going to get tested early. They're doing like La Vega. They got some dogs they got to play early on in the season. They're going to get tested real early.
I'll tell y'all boys this, man. If y'all watching it, y'all dogs too.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all dogs
too. Man, we had that coach on here and everything. He's instilling that confidence into those guys.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing I tell everybody. Like, man, we played at Midway, bro. Like, we played all them teams like South Lake Curl. Mm-hmm. We'll play a Mansfield. We'll play a
we play some
dogs, bro. Duncanville, Cedar Hill, Den Ryan. Yeah. Like we won against a lot of them teams.
Yeah.
A lot of them teams, bro.
We played everybody.
The only teams that can really say that beat us for real, bro, is Den Ryan, Lake Travis, and we beat Lake Travis before my sophomore year in Cedar Hill.
And we beat Den Ryan too.
We beat Den Ryan. We beat Den Ryan a few times before they ever beat us.
Yeah.
So it's not too many teams, man, but it was because we had that mindset like we good too.
Yeah.
Just like y'all.
You gotta have that mindset. You gotta have that mindset going into it. I've talked about it on this show multiple times. I'm super excited to watch University this year.
They're gonna be so
good.
As
far as a team that I'm just ready to watch every down, every snap, it's most definitely University. The U is putting on. They're bringing that swag back to Waco that we needed, man. He had some dark times the last 5 years, man. Had some dark.
You see, they got the South Side. They got the South Side on the jerseys, man.
Yeah, they do. They do. They embracing it, man. They really embodying that South Waco culture.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
I love that. I love that for them and for this team. And they got a proud. I say it all the time. They might have the biggest alumni base in Waco. Because everybody thinks Waco High, but Waco High didn't become Waco High until to the 90s.
The 90s
because they had to combine A.J. Moore. My mama went to A.J. Moore.
Yeah.
And because she was there before the merging. They had A.J. Moore. They had Richfield. When Richfield had that super cold team that went to state and girls basketball and all that. And then they combined the Waco High. So some of their history is kind of split up. We had Wayne that's on the show every time. He went to A.J. Moore. He didn't even go to Waco High. Yeah. He went to A.J. Moore. So a lot of their history split up. One of the only schools that in Waco ISD that school the whole time was University.
University, yeah.
So they got a huge alumni base in the city.
And they alumni,
a huge fan base.
So their alumni is so like loyal and cool.
Yeah,
too, bro. Like even through all them years where they was really bad,
when they was terrible,
they still was at them games.
Yep.
So I gotta shout them out for sure.
Shout out to University, man. We can't wait.
Another one that I'm gonna say, I'm going to say nephew. I'm going to say Jacoby.
Yeah, man. Let's throw him out there, man.
I'm going to say Jacoby, man.
Hamilton.
Jacoby
He's
Hamilton.
He's gonna be playing receiver this year at Midway. I'll tell Midway is coming back up, y'all. We they fell off for a couple of years. And everybody wanted to laugh and kick him while we was down and all that. That's cool.
Your nephew
get your laughs and stuff out, but they got some young dogs.
Nephew about 6'2", 6'3".
His whole class is really nice, man. His class because Washington is in that class.
In that class,
they class is like that. I remember watching the Washington dude when we used to go watch Jacoby freshman games and middle school games. And I'm like, who was the running back?
Running back
is nice.
I remember he was in 7th grade. He was like, that boy cold. Yeah.
And we seen it now.
Man.
He cold. He got an offer from everywhere in the country, seems like right now. So, I'm super excited to watch those guys. So, it's a lot of good young players. One more I want to throw out there. Evan Marino at Robinson. Robinson doesn't get a lot of love. Robinson snuck up on a lot of people last year.
Yeah,
they were ranked number 5 in the state at one point throughout the season. They kind of snuck up on a lot of teams, and Evan Marino was a big part of that. He led all of Central Texas in rushing. That's out of everybody, out of Roland that was at La Vega, Vincent, all these dudes that was out there. Washington, the guy that led everybody in rushing in Central Texas was Evan Marino at Robinson. The dude is a dog. I'm telling y'all now, if you ain't watched him, get ready to watch him this year. I think this is his senior year, this upcoming year. I'm waiting to see him get some more offers out as well because he can play. The dude can play. So shout out to Evan Marino as well, another guy that I've got on the watch list for this next upcoming season. So those are some of the high school players that we like for this upcoming season. Football season's only right around the corner, y'all. We're less than a month away. We're just a few weeks out at this point from August 29th. A lot going to be going on in the city on August 29th. All the high schools will be kicking off their games. Baylor will be at home on Friday night at a blackout game versus Auburn.
I seen
the city's going to be on fire.
I seen the best saying today for Texas on, I think they Instagram, they said we Cedric Benson days away.
Oh, yeah, I seen
days away.
I seen that. Yeah, man. We all ready. This is the time of the year where I'm watching training camp stuff.
Everything.
I really just keep it on NFL Network because NFL Network holds it down. Yeah. They only play NFL training camp the whole day. They don't even play none of their shows. They just go throughout the training camps. I'm tuning in to all the colleges as they just, like you said a second ago, they're kicking off all their fall camps. So I'm tuning in to a lot of these guys, especially Baylor, man. I'm excited to see what they're going to do this upcoming season. Tuning into them. I was hurt, man, when I seen the safety that we got from Northwestern. I forget his name. Towards ACL. He's going to be out for the season, man. He was going to be a big part of the defense this year. But we got some guys coming back on defense, man. I got some more interviews from Big 12 Media Day that we'll be releasing. We got a chance to talk to multiple guys from that defense. Devin Bobby, safety out of DeSoto, who's coming back for his senior year here at Baylor. They all have the same mentality. Everybody we interviewed, they all were saying the same thing, and they were saying violent football. So David Randall must be instilling that into these guys. We talked to Keaton Thomas, who's a preseason All-American this year, at linebacker for Baylor. He said the same thing. Violent attacking the ball, getting to the ball, flying around, getting to the ball quickly and violently. See, that kind of stuff excites. That's kind of stuff that gets me ready for football season. Yeah. When I hear everybody on the defense is saying the same things over and over and over, that means David Randall is preaching this stuff. Like we can't forget David Randall's his side of the ball is defense.
Defense.
That's what he wants to see. He went back to calling plays for the defense last year. And what did we see this defense do? They took off and went to another level after he took back over calling the defense. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this Baylor season, and I'm excited for a lot of these young guys around the city as we get closer and closer to football season. Like we said, just a few weeks away. I want to go to some quick takes here, some hot topics just around the world of sports, different things going on in the world of sports. First off, I was talking about this off camera. I don't know what's going on with the guys that's been working for ESPN the last couple of months, but ESPN is either cooperating with the federal government or something is going on where all these dudes are getting in trouble. We seen Shannon Sharp get his lawsuit. That didn't really have nothing to do with it.
He got fired
but today they came out and said they're going to terminate his contract permanently with ESPN. Man, that one hurt because that was the only reason I watched First Take on Monday and Tuesday was to see Shannon Sharp on there so we could get on Stephen A. for some of the hypocrisies that he kind of puts out there. But he's no longer going to be out there. Marcus Morris, who's been on ESPN the last couple of weeks, he just got a case a few days ago. I think it was last week. And got arrested for some stuff. And then last night, Gilbert Arenas, who just got on to ESPN a few months ago and kind of filled in a few times, but he's got one of the top podcasts on YouTube. He just got arrested, and he got Fed charges. So shout out to Gil, man. I know you got some money left over, hopefully from this stuff, but he got the worst of it. He got Fed charges. Everybody else's stuff is just some cases going on, either civil or maybe some state stuff. Gilbert Arenas got hit with a Fed case today.
You know what makes his so stupid to me though, bro? Is because it's gambling, right?
Yeah.
He stay in L.A.
Yes.
Just go to Vegas.
Vegas is a 2-hour drive. 2-hour drive from Los Angeles,
bro.
A flight is like 30 minutes. I think.
Why are you bro? You running gambling? You running gambling rooms?
Is that really that big of a thing still, y'all? I'm sorry. With the way that there's online betting now, and the way that there's casinos, they really got they got backstage poker rooms and stuff now, off illegal poker rooms.
Had them like that. I know when we was kids, they was big.
But you can gamble on anything.
You can gamble on anything now, though. So there ain't no reason to go to the poker room.
It says former NBA player Gilbert Arenas has been hit with federal charges for allegedly running high-stakes underground poker games out of his Encino mansion. The feds claim Arenas rented the house out and had a stage for games which featured chefs, valets, armed security, and even young women offering massages and companionship. I'm reading the report. This ain't my words. I'm reading the report. With young women offering massages and companionship. Players were charged per pot, and the house would collect a cut from the rest.
There is no way, bro.
In this indictment, also charged in this indictment are known potential mob figures, Yevgeny Greshman.
Who is that?
He said mob members. That's why we don't know their names. And a suspected organized crime figure from Israel, Yevgeny Torvesky. Why are you even in? Well, see, when you in business with guys' names that we can't even say.
What type of name is that?
He's apparently a suspected organized crime figure in Israel.
I'm about to say it sounds very Middle Eastern. What you doing with them?
Yaron Cohen and Tarzana Avigan Krachuch. I can't even say these names, y'all. So y'all know these is fair chart. You dealing with Israeli mob bosses?
We can't even say their names, bro.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You literally have one of the top podcasts in the world right now.
It's over with now. It's over with.
You cooked.
It's over with.
This is fair charges. They're going to garnish those wages. So that podcast, what'd you make on YouTube? $1 million last month?
Free Gil.
Oh, it's definitely free Gil because these is fair charges, y'all. These is fair charges. Man. You're not going to get time served. You're not going to get a slap on the wrist. It's supposed to be 5 years for each charge.
So you're going to do about a good 5
But he's getting 5 years.
He getting 5 on each charge.
He hasn't got sentenced for nothing, but facing 5 years for each charge. His charges are conspiracy, illegal gambling, and lying to investigators.
He might get a good 10.
All three of those have a 5-year charge.
He's going to get about a good 10.
And it's the feds. So you're not going to get time served. You're not going to get good time. You're not going to get, you haven't been a problem here for 3 years.
Nah.
So we're going to give you Nah, you gonna do the Fed time.
Solid 5 or 10. He's solid 5 or 10 off the back.
What is with these? Can these NBA players stay out the Fed? Shout out Big Baby Davis. He been in the Feds for what? About 18 months now? And he still got a few more years.
He still got a few more.
Keon Dooling just got out the Feds. Like, what is with these NBA players and getting sent to the?
Bro,
yeah, I really don't know what you're doing.
Massage and companionship.
Yeah, that's. Funny, bro. And then they said young women. young women. See, when you already doing too much, you got armed security there.
Why
you got chefs.
At your house?
No, this is a house that he rented for this.
That's stupid too.
He got a house because now it makes it way easier to find it because they see no one lives here.
It's just poker tables everywhere. He'd actually been safe for doing it at his house.
He could have been like, I live here. These are my homies. But you had a house way off from wherever outside of L.A.
Dude,
in a Cinco.
Man, you got, you say he had valet?
He had valet, armed security. Now, you know you can't have no armed security and you the guy the poster child for pulling a gun on somebody in the locker room. You know you can't be nowhere around no guns and have no armed security. He got armed security there. He has chefs and valet parking. High-stake poker games. So we talking about these $1 million games.
It's too loud. Like, you moving too loud, bro. Like,
why?
You moving way too loud, bro.
All I want to know is why. You made hundreds of millions from the NBA. You had ESPN. If you didn't have no money.
You could go to Vegas and start your own casino. It could be something small.
Your son finna go to league. He finna get y'all paid.
Yeah, like, if you ain't having it like that, you ain't having it like that, but you having it, though.
But you are having it. You working for ESPN, and we look at your podcast set, bro.
You having it, bro.
We can tell when somebody's having it. His podcast set looks just like ESPN.
He's having it.
They have $150,000 cameras.
How much it costs? How much you think it costs to start a little casino in Vegas, probably?
Man,
that's after you got to go through all the legal stuff, you know what I'm saying, and getting licenses.
It's gonna be a high number, but
he got it though. You can
get approved from the bank to get the rest of it, whatever you don't got. Why do you love gambling that much?
He has.
I thought you liked the podcast. You making millions of dollars from the podcast.
Talk, I think it probably costs. Maybe it might cost about a good $300,000, probably $500,000 to start. Just a small casino, not nothing big, not nothing major. Maybe something small. He has it.
Whatever it is to start one, you could have did that instead of renting a house.
Or just go to Vegas.
Run a poker game.
Or just go to Vegas, bro.
What's wrong with that?
Go
you
anywhere.
You can pay for a room. People be having reserved spots where they go and gamble every time in Vegas. You can go and do that.
It ain't that deep, man. Like,
but you trying to make, the reason the feds is on you because you trying to make money. You ain't trying to just play poker. You getting when they start talking about the house cut and all that, you making money off these millionaires.
You got girls in there giving happy endings, bro.
And that's when it just starts getting crazy.
They in there giving happy endings.
You know that's illegal.
They tried to nice it up on there, bro. We're not gonna nice it up on here. They giving out happy endings. They in there getting freaked out, man. They massaging.
They lucky Deshaun Watson ain't in L.A. He in Cleveland. Crazy. Too far.
He'd have went crazy. He'd have loved that.
He rented a room.
He'd have loved that.
I'm just gonna stay here, y'all. I'm gonna train.
What's the other little quarterback that just got in trouble too for that? A kicker.
Justin Tucker.
Yeah, he the Justin Tucker. I love you boys, Longhorns though, but look, he'd have loved that place too, man.
Gil, you tweaked out, bro. Shout out Gil, man. Free Gil at this point. Man. I know you're gonna bail out, but you going to jail, bro. It's a Fed case, bro.
5-10.
This is a Fed case. This is not the state. This ain't, and then they hitting you with all the stuff that they ain't really got to prove too much to get you with. Conspiracy. They don't need much to get you with conspiracy, bro.
If you don't sit for a good 5, bro, money really talk.
But the thing that's gonna mess him up the most is your companions are mob bosses.
2 of them was named Yavinji. How both they named? Hey, boys got the same name.
Why are you doing? You hanging? Where did you meet some Israeli mob bosses at, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We too black to be out here with any.
You know they gonna bro. Like, them dudes gonna flee the country and gonna go live in Zimbabwe somewhere off the map.
We ain't gonna never see them again.
You live right. We know where you at because we got your son is the #1 player in the nation going to USC. Yeah. We know where to find you at. You're going to be at practice tomorrow.
He really bogus, bro.
They might have came and got you at his practice.
He really bogus, bro, because his son just tore his meniscus. You can't even be there for recovery, bro. He got to talk to you.
He might miss this season.
Like, bro, you got to, man.
And you might miss his career because you might be
That ain't right. He going to miss like a good portion of his career for real.
He's going to be 30. It's going to be time for him to retire when you get out.
By the time you get out.
You got to do better, my boy. You got to do better.
Money ain't that real, bro. Gambling ain't that real, dog.
It can't be,
It can't be, bro.
It can't be. There's so many other ways to make money when you already have millions and access to all the people that know how to make money.
You're well established already, bro. It's okay. Like, just go to Vegas.
30-minute flight. Vegas is a 30-minute flight from Los Angeles.
Man, you could have went to the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles.
You could have went in. He said, "Go." I better not see Gilder. They gonna rob Gilder as he go out there to Lake Charles. They gonna be waiting on him as soon as he walk out the door. They said, "We ain't never had no millionaires come out here to Lake Charles. This is people that with regular jobs that gamble at the one in Lake Charles." Yeah, man. Shout out to Gil, man. But hopefully you'll be able to beat it. Yesterday was the 2-year anniversary of a huge fight. A fight that, like I said, never been more wrong by any sporting event in my life. Crawford versus Spence.
Much money on this fight.
2023, the 2-year anniversary of that. Coming up on the Canelo fight now with Crawford in September. Everybody's having their different opinions. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I'm not one of those guys that get mad at somebody for saying you pick Crawford or you pick Canelo. They're both two amazing fighters. Both going to be in the Hall of Fame at the end of the day when it comes down to it. They're talking about these fights, and Roy Jones was also speaking on. They were comparing Crawford to guys like Floyd Mayweather and stuff like that. Roy Jones was on either his podcast or somebody else's podcast, and he was talking about Floyd Mayweather and started saying how we can't compare those guys because Floyd Mayweather ran from a lot of guys. This is Roy Jones' words. The other guy was like, "Nah." I think the guy that was on the podcast was trying to explain to him, "Hey man, like people want to say Floyd didn't fight this or Floyd didn't fight it wasn't a Hagler Hearns," and he was like, "Man, it just wasn't a lot of guys in welterweight at that time that you could consider a big name for Floyd to fight." Oh my. And then here comes Roy Jones and says it was guys. Floyd just ran from him. This is the name that he brought up when he started saying this.
Who you run from?
Amir Khan. Man. This is. Hey, I think Mike Tyson, because I never even really heard Roy Jones say much after his retirement. I think that fight with Mike Tyson knocks him whatever little sense he did have right up out of him, because Roy Jones he's kept Floyd's name in his mouth for the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure why. I think he even said something about offering to fight Floyd.
He said Amir Khan for real, bro.
He said Amir Khan. He said Amir Khan had the foot speed to be able to get him. See, this is the thing I don't like for the guys that try to discredit Floyd Mayweather.
Old dudes, bro. They
y'all bring
really
up y'all will bring up every guy that he didn't fight because he fought 50 people. So you'll bring up the two guys that he didn't fight and say he didn't fight him because he was scared of them.
He getting out of
What if he didn't fight them just because he didn't fight them?
Why would he fight Amir Khan at any point in his career?
He said that his footwork would have took him out. Oh my! And he said Danny Garcia got Amir Khan because Danny Garcia got a left hook that Floyd don't have. He said he would have had to knock out Amir Khan. This is what Roy Jones said. He would have had to knock out Amir Khan to be able to beat Amir Khan, and Floyd at that point in his career wasn't knocking anybody out. What's your thoughts on what Roy Jones had to say?
Give me a second.
Oh man,
I cannot believe. Yeah, these older guys, man, they really getting out of pocket, bro. I can't believe that is such nonsense, bro. Like, he the first person I've never heard nobody, bro. Now I'm in the boxing community, bro. Like still. And still be in the gym and everything with a lot of fighters and, being around, and we nobody ever. Amir Khan.
I promise this is what he said. Amir Khan.
There is nothing that Amir Khan has in his repertoire that was going to ever. I doubt that he would have even touched. I doubt he would have even touched Floyd. We're talking about like Floyd in his 30s.
Yeah, he's talking about Floyd in his 30s.
30s, because this is around the time Amir Khan was really starting to gain a lot of hype. Yeah. So we talking around like 2012, 13, somewhere 14, 15.
Right before Floyd was getting ready to retire.
He was getting ready to retire. So yeah, we talking about so I'm gonna give it from 2011 to 2015. That four-year mark right there. There's no way, bro. We talking about the Floyd that fought a young Canelo who was punishing dudes. And Canelo didn't touch him. What are you like?
I don't understand Roy Jones.
And then running? Are you saying?
But it's not just. It's lots of guys for them. They always bring up whoever the 2 or 3 guys is that Floyd didn't fight, and somehow those were gonna magically be the guys. Forget the other 50 guys that he beat. Forget De La Hoya. Forget Sugar Shane Mosley. Forget Ricky Hatton. Forget Mike McDonough. Forget all these guys.
He fought McDonough twice.
Victor Ortiz. All these guys that he fought. Forget all of these guys.
What's the Puerto Rican dude?
The one that he knocked out when he tried to get the cheap shot on him or whatever.
Yeah, Victor, something.
He fought Victor Ortiz. He fought
it's first. There's just too many fighters, bro.
It's too many guys. He's 50. He's 50 and 0.
He's 50 and 0.
How are you gonna bring up the 2 or 3 guys he didn't fight and say he didn't fight them because they would have beat him.
I can guarantee that he fought all the guys that were top welterweights at that time. He fought all of them. Because if he didn't, bro, we would have all been saying something, bro.
They said after he beat De La Hoya, he don't want to fight Sugar Shane Mosley, though.
He fights
him. He don't want to fight Canelo, though. And he fights him.
Ricky Hatton. He fought Ricky Hatton.
Ricky Hatton was knocking people out. Ricky Hatton was sleeping people.
He fought Ricky Hatton, bro.
He took out Ricky.
And smashed Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton's career was never the same after that fight.
And the Pacquiao fans out there that always say Floyd didn't want to make the fight. This man didn't want to take a drug test.
Bro, y'all
How was that not alarming that a guy don't want to take a drug test?
From 2009, bro, around 2009, 2010, 2011, and 12, y'all know that Manny Pacquiao literally was dodging, bro. That boy was dodging.
He didn't want to take no drug test.
He was dodging it.
That's why when they finally did take a drug test and fought the bald dude that's the worst announcer ever, what's the boy's name? Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley. He got knocked out by Timothy Bradley.
Yeah, got knocked out by Tim.
Why was Pacquiao got smaller in weight?
Timothy Bradley
and
don't
older?
even have power. If you know boxing, Timothy Bradley really don't have. He's known for headbutting. He known for headbutting, bro. Literally, because he likes to fight and he gets in the blender. He want to be on the inside, and he got that head. He got that noggin. He literally was headbutting people, bro. Like that's all he has no power. And there's no diss to Timothy Bradley, but he literally has no power. He is not a fighter that you should be watching, man. If you really want to get some game from a fighter. That's not one that you would be watching.
Pacquiao dodged.
He got knocked out by him.
Dodged a drug test for 5-6 years against Floyd.
And that's when he started losing. He started losing, bro.
They started taking drug tests.
He started losing.
Why is Pacquiao 40 years old, got smaller in weight, and started knocking more people out?
His head was...
Does that make any sense, y'all?
His head used to be huge.
Because he juiced up, man. This dude was on everything.
On everything, bro. Like,
so
we got to stop playing.
We're not even going to tolerate, and he still beat Pacquiao at the end of the day.
And there was a time in not just boxing, but also in UFC where guys was taking... Bro, Vitor Belfort got caught taking TRT around that time. He was
Chuck
killing.
Liddell,
yeah, they
all
bro.
These dudes was juiced up.
And Vitor was killing dudes.
Yeah, he was.
Vitor was killing dudes, bro. Like he was on that TRT, bro, the testosterone replacement.
So look,
like
Roy Jones, can we stop
that?
But it ain't just him. I hear this narrative all the time from guys when they try to discredit Floyd. They'll literally bring up either Zab Judah punching him once.
And what he do after
They'll bring him Zab Judah punching him once. He could have beat him.
Or the Shane Mosley. They talk about the Shane Mosley.
Yeah, the Shane Mosley. That was really the best punch anyone ever got on Floyd was Shane Mosley. And we seen him depict and dissect the boxers after that, man. I don't get it. Can we stop with the Floyd hate as well, y'all?
But then
Floyd is one of the greatest fighters of all time, whether y'all like it or not.
But he talking about Floyd. He talking about Floyd Ren. I'm still stuck on it, bro, for a second. I'm sorry.
I gotta find the video. I seen where he talked about Floyd. Where he was talking about Floyd and said something about he wants to fight Floyd. I promise. Roy Jones I'm telling y'all, Mike Tyson knocked out the last couple of dollars he had up there in Roy Jones. Because he's been saying some crazy stuff the last couple of years. He
dodged the bits like Miguel Cotto wasn't a dog.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Cotto.
Yeah, Cotto. Like Cotto wasn't a dog. All these dudes were dogs when he fought.
He didn't fight no scrub. In the time that I was watching hard, all Floyd Mayweather's fights from like 05, 06
he had no reason to fight Amir Khan, bro.
He was fighting all monsters.
Yes.
He fought De La Hoya. He fought Mosley. He fought Ricky Hatton. He fought Cotto.
He had no
all the guys that was the top guys. He fought. He didn't have to fight Canelo at all. Canelo was sleeping people.
Yeah.
And Canelo was 22 years old. He had to fight
Andre
Canelo.
Berto.
He had to fight them guys. Yeah, he fought Berto. Like, come on, man.
He really like who? Like, you cannot sit here and tell me, bro, that Amir Khan. That's crazy, bro. He said that.
Got whooped by Danny Garcia.
That's crazy. He said that. Bro, Roy Jones should be ashamed
Danny
of
Garcia
himself,
get whooped
bro.
by Sean Porter.
Yes.
Like, come on,
He got
bro.
smushed. He got smushed by a few dudes, bro.
Like, Sean Porter's lost to everybody, and he beat up Danny. Danny beat up Amir Khan, but somehow Amir Khan would have.
Like, bro, they don't even make. That's really it's two different generations, bro. Amir Khan goes more into Danny Garcia, Terrence Crawford, Spence, and them generation. They all came out.
That's the other boy that be running all the time. He was because when they supposed, I think they were supposed to fight.
Keith Thurman.
Yeah, Keith Thurman. I think they were supposed to fight.
Thurman beat Khan.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Thurman he the one to beat him in the wheelchair. Yes, put him in the wheelchair because he's in the wheelchair right now.
Hey, come on, bro. Like, you really out of pocket, bro. Roy Jones is really out of pocket right now, man. That's crazy that he said that. That's wild, bro.
He's tweaking, y'all.
And we seen Keith Thurman duck Spence to the point
like
to where, I don't even know if Keith Thurman, I don't think he fight no more.
It got so bad. He started ducking him so much that Clarissa Shields started calling out Keith Thurman to
fight him. He's a punk,
A
too.
woman
He a
started
punk.
calling him out for fights.
He a punk,
because he didn't want to
like,
fight nobody. So, hey,
like,
Roy
on,
Jones,
bro.
you gotta chill, man.
Gotta chill out on that, man. Like, that's crazy that he even said that. He should be ashamed of himself talking about he running.
Let's just keep it focused on Canelo Crawford, man.
Well, if he ran, then what were you doing then? What were you doing if he running?
What did Bernard have you doing?
Yeah.
Since you want to talk about all these other people, what did Bernard have you doing since he was running?
Let's stop it, bro. On, man. Stop that, bro. Like, the whole point of the sport, bro, the whole point of fighting is to hit and not get hit. Throw punches and not get hit.
That's it.
So if he's Philly shell, he doing this, bro.
That's why his brain is not silly putty right now, because he didn't want to get hit all the time.
Half y'all can't even finish full sentences right now, bro.
Bernard.
Bernard is getting bad, bro. Bernard,
Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield's getting bad. Half y'all dudes can't finish no sentences, bro. Roy Jones, you barely.
He getting there.
You getting there.
He on his way after some of the last takes he had. Then he said he want to fight Floyd.
You want to fight Floyd, bro? Like, man, come on, dog. That's crazy.
What would Floyd Mayweather gain from fighting you, Roy?
He ain't gonna gain nothing.
You couldn't beat up a 50-year-old Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he ain't gonna gain nothing.
So let's stop it. Also, before we get off boxing, Adrian Bronner and Jake Paul been going back and forth, talking and stuff like
really
this.
Don't get
I don't want to see it.
I
don't want to see it. Please don't make the fight. Don't put it on pay-per-view. But Jake Paul, you're not beating up Adrian Bronner, bro. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna have a wild take on this. He ain't gonna beat him up, but he'll win just because I feel like they're gonna throw so much money towards Adrian Bronner that he'll take that L.
Oh, now if they throw some money and say we want Jake to win,
because he a sucker.
Oh man, he
a sucker.
Bronner going there and knock himself out.
He a sucker.
He wants some money.
He wants some money.
He blow money every time he touch it.
He a sucker for money, bro. Like, a lot of these dudes are suckers for money, bro. Like, they throw that bag towards him. I'm still mad about the whole Tyson and Paul fight, bro. Like, that's just not.
That was weak, y'all. And y'all was really giving this man credit. Like, I
feel like that they give Tyson, bro. I really feel like that. I really do.
Man, Tyson had surgery a couple of weeks before,
man,
bro.
You don't.
He wasn't supposed to be walking around the house.
You don't get no brownie.
And you put him in a boxing match. Tyson said, I don't even remember like 2 or 3 of those rounds.
I know
in the fight.
Bro, he don't get
you on every drug in the world already. Then now you on prescription drugs because you just had a surgery where you almost died.
You don't get no brownie points out there, dog.
And you 50 something. You close to 60. And
fight
now we're supposed to say Jake Paul.
Fight a current boxer, bro.
And they're like, he fought Tommy Fury's brother or Tyson Fury's brother. Why are you fighting the brother of somebody? I don't care about you fighting somebody's brother. Fight the person that's the boxer.
Fight a current fighter, bro. Like, go fight.
Adrian Bronner will knock him out. If you don't cheap out for the money.
If you don't cheat out for the money,
Adrian
knock
Bronner
him out.
will knock Jake Paul out. Y'all, because I seen people in the comments talking about, man,
like,
Adrian
why you not
fighting
Usyk? Why you not fighting somebody like Usyk?
Oh, come on, man. You fight Usyk or Bevo, somebody that's in your weight class.
Like, yeah, like, them dudes in your weight class
for
real.
He'll get his life changed if he fight one of them.
Bro, you're not trying to fight
Get losing the fight. His life will be changed after fighting one of them, man. But Crawford Canelo coming up September 13th, I believe. I think that's the date, September 13th. Definitely excited for that.
You know who he riding with.
Yeah, I got Crawford in this one, man. It's all day long. Like I've told y'all before, when a dude is from somewhere in like Nebraska and he don't even comb his hair and his lips are naturally black and he don't smoke, you can't trust, man. You can't fight guys like that, bro. You can't even lead. You got to lead them kind of. You look like a school bully. You got to leave that kind of guy alone. Leave Terrence Crawford alone. He's got millions of dollars and refuses to get a haircut.
He the bad hair little boy that run around the hood.
Nobody want to do nothing with him. His parents can't tell him nothing. He already pushing his mama down at 9 years old. Like, you got to leave that guy alone. Let him do what he wants to do. Get that aggression out in boxing. He probably
grew up with his granny.
Yeah, you got to grow up with your granny. You had to fight your uncle one time. He was hitting on your auntie, and now you had to fight your uncle when you was 10 years old. Like, you got them type of stories. You got to leave them kind of guys alone, man. But shout out Crawford. I got Crawford for sure in this fight. And not saying like it's going to be a cakewalk. Canelo was still Canelo for sure. And he's going to have to do something to make up for that weight that he's jumping up. At the end of the day, he's never fought that heavy. So we're not going to know what it looks like until he gets in there. But I got faith in Crawford in that one as well. There's been a debate online talking about who was more athletic, 1985 Michael Jordan or 2009 LeBron James. Now, I've seen people going back and forth with this, and it is close. Mike was doing some stuff, man. Everybody knows that watch the show. At least I'm a LeBron guy. Yeah. But I don't like I'm not the LeBron fan that disrespects Mike.
Nah.
We're not going to take it that far. I'm not the Kobe fan that disrespects Mike. For all you guys to say, man, he's better than Kobe. Kobe's better than Kobe's literally not better at Michael Jordan at anything.
Nothing.
Like we gotta stop it, y'all. We act like this stuff didn't happen in real life. Mike's career average is 30. Y'all want to talk about, man, Kobe averaged 30 one time. That's Mike's career average. So let's stop it. Let's just cut it out. But as far as who's more athletic, I don't think there was anybody more athletic in any sport than that 2008, 9, 10 LeBron James. The stuff that he did, and the conversation got brought up. I was watching Jeff Teague's podcast, and they were watching Mike's highlights at first, and they were like, man, Mike is different, man. He's doing some stuff that this is crazy. This would be crazy in the league right now. He was doing that in 85. Then they put on LeBron's highlights and was like, all right, let's just cut it off. It's a whole different type of – Mike won the dunk contest jumping from the free throw line. LeBron was doing that mid-game in the playoffs. Like, the stuff he was doing in that, it's not even a debate. What do you think about the debate going back and forth with the 85 Jordan and 09 LeBron as far as who was more athletic?
It's so hard because I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, 85 Mike.
The stuff Mike was doing.
Mike with the hair was cold, bro.
Think about the fact that these dudes was pretty much wearing boots out there.
Yeah, they was wearing them chucks. They were wearing them chucks.
Put on a pair of original Michael Jordan ones, not the redone ones, the original one. And just walk around. Don't even go hoop. Take a walk around your neighborhood. Your feet might be bleeding after. Yeah, Michael Jordan said his feet used to bleed after the game.
Most definitely. They landed on them, bro.
If they just would have gave him one pair of Nike Shocks, don't even give him a good pair. Give him the old 1999 pair. He might have been jumping. His head might have touched the top of the backboard, bro.
He'd been unstoppable. I would say this, as far as when it comes to just like being in the air and just like and it looking like you're just sitting in the air. Jordan, nobody's ever looked like that ever, bro. I don't equate that though. As far as just for like athleticism, because it's a lot of things that come with athleticism, and so I'm gonna say 2008, 2009 LeBron as well, because it wasn't just for me it's not he's Jordan was sitting all in the air and doing these different tricks, acrobatic stuff,
crazy stuff,
bro. Trust me, it's crazy. Because I recently was looking at it, too, and I was like, man, 85 Mike, bro, boy.
Mike was a monster.
What the hell?
As soon as he got in the league,
he
was busting them up. The second he touched down in the league.
It was crazy. But 2008, 2009, we've never seen somebody that big move that fast.
Thank you. That's the biggest point. It's the speed.
It was times, bro, I swear, bro, he, like, from the other end of the court to the like, free throw line on the other side of the court, bro, he literally only looked like he took, like, five strides, bro.
It's ridiculous.
I promise you, bro. He was literally taking like 5 strides, bro. And he was already past half court, bro, at the other free throw line. Like, no exaggeration. Like, y'all can go look.
They got highlights of him taking one dribble and dunking from half court.
Like, it's crazy what he was doing, and he was up.
Oh man,
it was so aggressive, bro. Like he's about 6'8", 6'9", 265, 270.
He was 270 at that time.
Yeah, because when he got because we ain't even talking about 2018 LeBron or like 2012 LeBron. That's a whole nother. We talking about 08, 09. So he's still pretty he's still a baby at this time.
He shouldn't be that fast, that big.
Never.
That's what I think of every time when I think of that LeBron. Nobody is supposed to be that big and be that
2008, 2009.
He is literally sprinting past entire teams.
Dudes hadn't got out of his way. You're going to get ran over.
And if you try, you can't catch up to him.
Nah, you ain't going to catch up.
Dudes is taking off without the ball. We're talking about how fast he's moving with the ball. You know you get slower when you have the ball because you got to dribble.
He's moving like that with the ball.
He's moving that fast with the ball.
With the ball.
And also jumping high enough where they actually have the still shot of his head getting close to the top.
To the top.
His chin is over the rim.
Over the rim, man.
Like, come on, man. Like, the stuff he was doing, I'm not having a debate of who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron, whatever. I'm talking about athleticism. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Like I said, nobody ever just sat in the air like how Mike did.
No.
Like, nobody ever, bro. He just looked like he could just sit in the air and just do anything he wanted.
The thing that makes Mike so crazy is who are you watching?
Yeah.
LeBron could at least go back and look at the clips of Jordan like he says. He always says, I was watching Jordan every day.
Yeah.
Mike, you just doing this stuff out of no one made you do this and then come back around and do this on the other side of the goal. Like,
all out,
you coming out with just random crazy stuff with these bricks on your feet and still getting up like that. Like, yeah, Mike is a different. Yeah. He's a whole nother
He'd be
animal.
up like this and then come up with the other hand
switch to the other side of the goal.
Side of the goal. Like, yeah, that's crazy, bro. In 85, who was doing that?
Nope, man. Who in them shoes in 1985?
And dude's gonna be like, well, Julius Erving wasn't doing that, though.
And Dr. J was nice.
He was nice. He wasn't doing that, too. Though.
But wasn't nobody doing what Mike was doing. Nah. And he talking trash. And he giving you 40. And he playing defense on the other side. Like, come on, man. Like I said, I'm not one of them Bron fans that's going to sit up and disrespect Jordan and do all of this kind of stuff. I do got LeBron better than him, but that don't take nothing away from Mike or anything that he was doing, because Mike was an absolute assassin, a problem, and he going to talk that noise the entire time while he's doing it. And he going to get drunk the whole night and play cards till 5 in the morning.
Yellow eyes.
Yellow eyes. He looked like a werewolf.
Yeah.
When you see him in the morning.
Twilight. He out there like Twilight. Coming out there,
come out there, yellow
50.
eyes, take a shower and still get 50 and do it all again. So Mike, a whole nother problem. But if we're just talking about athleticism,
LeBron.
That 2009, he's the most athletic person ever. I don't care who. I mean, it's between him, Bo Jackson, Deion, whatever you say. We just only got to watch LeBron play one sport.
He's not the first to be that big, but he's the first to be that big and move like that.
And move like he was by far the fastest person in the league. Bro. Like it wasn't even by a little bit. It's not close.
He took 5 strides, bro, and he was already on the other
He's going
side.
84 feet.
It's crazy, y'all.
84 feet dribbling. He still got to dribble. Like that LeBron right there is absolutely ridiculous.
We wasn't really sure what we was watching.
No, we wasn't. We wasn't. Now that we get to
I be going back and looking, I
to
be
this
like,
LeBron now and compared to that LeBron,
man, I'd be like, oh my god, like
because we don't see that no more. It's crazy looking at Giannis getting up and down the court right now, and that's still crazy. Giannis crazy athletic. Now imagine if Giannis was as fast as John Wall. That was LeBron in 2009 pretty much.
Bro.
Like that's the kind of stuff we're seeing. He's the biggest dude on the court. He's the fastest dude on the court. He can jump the highest on the court, and he's getting 30. And his team sucks, but they win in 60 games. Like that's the LeBron that we got to watch early on, man. So shout out to LeBron and shout out to Jeff Teague and them podcast for bringing that conversation up. A couple more NBA topics. One I had to disagree with, Kendrick Perkins, man. I always, like a couple of his takes, man. He's out of Beaumont, Texas. I always represent my Texas guys for sure. But this is wild. He came out and said that he doesn't have Chris Paul. We all know Chris Paul is going into his last year of his deal. His last year in the NBA, so it's going to be his farewell out there in L.A. He wants to spend time with his kids and all this kind of stuff, yada, yada, yada. Perkins came on and said that CP3 is not a top 10 point guard of all time. Now, if you would have said top 5, I might still debate you, but I'll say, okay, whatever. He put out his list. I believe he had his top 3 was like mine. My top 3 would be Magic, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas. I think that's the top 3. Once you get to 4 is when you can start putting in, the Oscar Robertsons, the Steve Nash, the Jason Kidd, whatever you want to do. But these are guys he had in front of him. He had those 3. He had Jason Kidd. He had Oscar Robertson. That's 5. He had Russell Westbrook, John Stockton, Steve Nash. I'm trying to remember Gary Payton at 9. And the last one, which you just got the ultimate disrespectful, Bob Cousy.
There it is.
He said with a straight face, this is with a straight face, Kendrick Perkins got on ESPN networks and disrespected Chris Paul by saying Bob Cousy. Now, I can argue with you about 5 or 6 of those names, but the fact that you even brought up Bob Cousy,
I'm mad about
we're talking about the guy that dribbles in a circle. He's only got 4 minutes of highlights because I don't even think film was out there. We're talking about a guy that played in the 50s.
There's no way.
In the 1950s.
Who dribbled with his head down.
Head down, one hand in a circle. Y'all seen the Tiny Tots where they bring all the little kids together and they dribble and take one dribble to the left. That's what Bob Cousy was doing as an adult male in the NBA. Head down, dribbling in a circle because they didn't, crossovers weren't out there. It was the 50s. They didn't even have things were still segregated. Like they still had black water fountains when Bob Cousy was dribbling with one hand. And you're going to disrespect one of the greatest point guards of all time, in my opinion, by saying he's not top 10 and putting Bob Cousy in front of him?
I'm still
So
mad.
that's when it just starts getting disrespectful. But the guys that I'm also not putting in front of him.
Oscar Robertson is
I'm not putting Gary Payton in front of him. If you want to say Oscar cool because of what he did in his time,
I can't.
I'm not going to do that.
I can't
on my list, I won't do it.
I can't do it.
But
Gary
for you
Payton
to say Gary Payton,
crazy. That is crazy.
And I said Gary Payton, one of my favorite players of all time. I love Gary Payton.
Yeah, we love the glove.
But to say that he kept saying my criteria is either MVP or rings. Gary Payton got a ring in 06 with D Wade and them. when Gary Payton was averaging like 5 points a game at that point. So
you're
going to give him credit for that ring?
I forgot he got that ring.
Exactly. You're going to give him credit for that ring. You're going to give him credit for that ring. Jason Kidd got his ring at 39 years old on the Mavericks.
Yeah.
He was 39.
Yeah.
And you give him credit for that. But Chris Paul can't do it. Chris Paul has changed literally every organization he's gone to. Look at all the Chris Paul teams outside of the Clippers. Clippers is the only team that they folded on, and that's because he kept getting hurt.
What's up with the disrespect towards certain
Look at what he did on the Hornets. Look at what he did on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Look what he did on the Clippers. The Clippers were irrelevant. They were a perennial contender when he got there. We know what he did on my Rockets. We should have went to the finals. He don't pop his hamstring. We're probably going to win the finals.
We was going to win the finals that year.
Because LeBron was playing out there with Darren Williams and J.R. Smith that year. We was going to smash them.
Yeah.
So, like, Chris Paul is literally one of the greatest. He's second all-time assist, only behind John Stockton, who we know is cheating. I'm going to have a whole episode, y'all. Maybe I'll do it before football season, before we get too busy, and talk about all these stats from the 80s and 90s that was cheating and lied. Like, and now that we got film, we go back and look at it.
They be lying.
Like Michael Jordan's got a whole game.
Too.
Michael Jordan's got a whole game on YouTube where he had 9 steals, and you can watch the game, and they only count 4.
Yeah.
Like, y'all weren't just lying a little bit. Y'all was lying a lot. The dude that kept the stats for the Utah Jazz came out and said dudes could take 6 or 7 dribbles with the ball, and we would still credit John Stockton with the assist.
It's crazy.
That's why he was out there averaging 15 assists.
15 assists.
Because he wasn't even kidding.
Man, come on, bro.
If you throw the ball down to Karl Malone, he dribbled 4 or 5 times. He jabbed this way. He turned around, pump fake, and go up.
That's not an assist, bro. That's not an assist.
You just passed him the ball. But they were giving him assists. But still, Chris Paul is still second all-time in assists and second all-time in steals. He's got like 9 all-defense teams. He's got 10-plus all-NBA selections. He's not top 10 because Bob Cousy?
Bob Cousy is crazy.
Come on, bro. Come on, Perk. I don't know what you're talking about, what you're thinking about, what's going on. It's got to be some type of feud or something. Man,
Chris Paul
that happens there.
Yeah, it got to be, bro. Like, because Chris giving most of them dudes straps.
Yes. Chris Paul was literally one of the best defensive point at the time. It was multiple times in the league. He's the best defensive point guard and
New
the
Orleans
best.
Chris Paul?
A monster. Went to 7 games with the Kobe team that went to the finals.
Dude's crazy, bro.
And his team, he's got David West and Tyson Chandler was on his team. Those are his best players on that team.
Bob Cousy.
And he got them in his – and you're going to say Bob Cousy on there. If you want to say Russ, okay, whatever. I'm not going to say Russ.
I'm not going to say Russ.
But if you want to say that, if you want to say Steve Nash, I get it. But I'm not going to put him above Steve Nash because they were putting up similar numbers, except Chris Paul didn't have Amari Stoudemire.
Nah.
That's why Steve Nash was getting 15 assists because Stat was averaging almost 30.
Even before that, when Steve was with the Mavericks, you know. What I'm saying?
But they give Steve the credit for the ones in the Sun. Steve was 35 at that point. He had a whole career before he went back-to-back MVPs. He went back-to-back MVPs when he was 35 years old.
Yeah.
What happened the first 14 years in the league? Nobody want to talk about that. Chris was a dominant point guard from day one in the league. He changed his team from day one. We're not going to do that with Chris Paul, y'all. I know people don't like Chris Paul for their different reasons or whatever, but we're not going to do that.
Gotta let that go, though, bro.
We're not going to do that.
We talking about ball. We talking about ball, bro. Let all the other stuff go. Like
Gary Payton?
Gary Payton is crazy.
I'm not putting the glove in front of Chris Paul.
It's crazy, bro.
In front of Chris Paul. Gary Payton that got swept by the Nuggets with Mutombo?
That's crazy. I can't believe you said that.
Man, stop it. Perkins, stop it, bro.
Bob Cousy is
stop it.
It's killing my
mental the Bob Cousy one is what just took it over the edge.
It's killing my mental.
Like, this one we knew you. At that point, you just trolling. You wanted to get some conversation going. The NBA season is kind of dead right now. You just wanted to get some conversation going.
How many teams was in the league when Bob Cousy played?
I think like 6. I want to say, because it was like 6 teams in the 60s. Bob Cousy played in the 50s.
In the 50s, bro. And you put... Man, come on, man. Like, he literally, I swear, bro, he dribbled with his head down.
Black people weren't allowed to play basketball.
Bro. We weren't continuing to play, bro.
And you gonna say Bob Cousy, bro?
Like, come on, Perk, be for real. You didn't even watch Bob Cousy.
No, stop it. No chance you watch Bob Cousy.
There's no chance, and you're 40. You didn't watch Bob Cousy.
Not a chance. Not a chance. You graduated high school in 2003.
You just as worse as us. I know I ain't watching Bob Cousy like that.
He only got 1 minute of highlights. Film wasn't out yet.
They couldn't even record, bro. They didn't even have color footage.
When people went to the movies, it was a play. It was people up on the stage back then with Bob Cousy.
Like, you talking about some Bob Cousy, bro. He out of pocket.
There wasn't even no film to try to go off of. Let's stop it, y'all. Let's stop it.
There, bro.
If your film's in black and white, I'm not respecting
Perkins ain't never watched Bob Cousy in his life.
And not once. I know he's a Celtic and you're a Celtic.
He
that don't
lying.
mean nothing,
He know
bro.
he ain't never watched them.
Nah.
And if he did, like you just said, 1 minute footage.
He
watched 1 minute footage of him dribble in circles, looking down. He crazy, bro. That's wild. These dudes out of pocket.
Perk, I don't. Like I said, I usually try to defend you, man, because you a Texas guy. You got a Beaumont and all that, but you're getting crazy with some of these takes, my guy.
Some of these dudes, man, y'all only got credibility, bro, because y'all's professional athletes, bro.
That's it.
That's it.
Because y'all would look at me ridiculous if I said Bob Cootie's better than Chris Paul. There's no way you could say that. There's no way
you could look at me crazy. There's no way.
Especially if we're not just talking hoops, bro. Chris Paul probably top 5, maybe top 10 handle of all time.
They would have put Chris.
Talk about dude handles,
bro. They'd have put Chris in prison.
Oh, the stuff he would have did to them.
In the 50s?
And Chris be talking noise too.
They'd have put him in
prison.
And
they'd have hung him right outside the stadium.
They'd have hung him.
Shout out to CP3, man. One of my favorite point guards of all time. I was mad that his career on the Rockets was short-lived, but one of my favorite point guards of all time is Chris Paul. And there's no way I can't put him on anything outside of top 5.
If we finna start disrespecting CP3 like that, bro, I'm finna be on my same time and how I am with Russell.
I gotta add him to the list. I gotta add him to my list. Y'all gotta start disrespecting these guys.
We're not gonna do that.
Why do we get so much recency bias? They're looking at Chris Paul right now and think this is him his whole career.
Yeah, like these young boys.
Chris Paul was multiple time first team all defense and first team all NBA.
Yeah, like
it's only a few guys that's ever done that ever. He did it multiple times.
We not finna start
assist
that,
champ.
Bro.
He's second all time. How are you second all times in a major category like assist?
Start there, bro.
The most major category if you're a point guard is assist. Yeah. He's second all time, but he's not top 10 at his position. Does that make any sense at all? That's like saying Tom Brady got the most passing yards all time. He ain't top 10 though. That don't even make sense.
It's crazy.
That don't make any sense. So Perk, let's chill with this stuff, man. I don't know what in the world is going on that would even make you want to go out there and say that. Chris Paul is now on the Los Angeles Clippers, who have now become the oldest team in NBA history. Now that they're adding him, he's 40. James Harden's 35. Bradley Beal's 33, I believe. Kawhi Leonard's 34.
Oh, they the oldest like that. I thought
they're the oldest in NBA history now.
I thought you were saying they like the oldest. Like,
the oldest franchise. No. They got the oldest team ever. Brook Lopez is 37. So that's multiple.
Well, why y'all got a team full of senior citizens?
Retirement home.
Man,
y'all are gonna hate to see any fast break coming.
Everybody wearing ice on their knees.
The scouting report is fast break when we play the Clippers. There is no other scouting report. Fast break. As soon as the ball comes off the net, throw it down court because there's no chance of any of those guys getting down the court.
You, none of their knees.
That's a very, 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 very old and slow team. I think they'll be a decent team because they got some guys, but
That's going to be a long little game for them, every game.
The fast break is going to kill y'all. Yeah, I don't see how y'all make it through the season. Only reason Chris going to do it because he's vegan now.
Yeah.
That's it. But the rest of y'all that's still eating steak and stuff.
That vegan ain't going to even, that don't even matter.
No, it ain't going to, he went vegan a couple years ago and he played all 82 last year.
That's why
it worked for him.
Yeah, it worked for him.
It worked for him.
The knees ain't vegan.
No, Oh, no. All the rest, if you touch him, if you thump him on the arm, he might get injured because you vegan now, your flesh a little weaker, your muscles a little weaker.
They gonna give up. They gonna give up on you.
But I think the average age is 33 and a half, which
crazy,
makes them the oldest team in NBA history.
Y'all need some youngsters, man.
History. They don't have nobody. Oh, Nick Batum is on that team too. Nick Batum is 38. Yeah, they got a lot of 80s babies on that team.
Yeah, ain't nothing but 80 babies. 80 babies.
A lot of 80s babies. Everybody else in the league, whole team was born in 2000.
Yeah, them the 80s.
Y'all was born in the 80s. Yeah, that's crazy. They say they're the oldest team of all time. One more topic here. We're talking about some football. Talk a couple football topics before we get off of here. The Giants named Russell Wilson the QB1 out there in New York heading into training camp. This one is no surprise to me whatsoever because they brought Russell there to be the starter. Jameis Winston, they brought him in to be the backup, and Jackson Dart is supposed to be the future. Now, all the clips I've seen out of camp, Jackson Dart looks trash. I'm not going to lie. Jackson Dart has looked bad. And almost every clip I've seen out of Giants training camp, I've seen pick sixes. I've seen them throwing bad balls, holding the ball too long. They can't get sacked because it's training camp, and you're not allowed to sack them. So hopefully that works out for them. But they named Russ the starter. Any surprise from you, Russell Wilson, becoming the starter going into next year?
No, not at all. Because like you said, they brought. Well, I'm gonna say it my own way. They brought him in to be the starter, they brought Jameis Winston in to be a minister / mascot, and Jackson Dart is just a project. You know what I'm saying? Just to see how, see how it's gonna go, because and then Russell Wilson, he is the veteran.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a lot of experience, of course. Like, he has a lot of years in the league at this point. I mean, he been in the league since like 2011.
Yeah, 2011. Yep.
So yeah, he's been in the league for a while.
Still remember that Rose Bowl, him versus Andy Dalton.
Man,
in the Rose Bowl, that was a crazy year.
But now, he's still, he's still in the league. So I mean, even though I feel like he needs to just go ahead and retire, and I feel like the Giants are going to be horrible.
Terrible.
They're going to be horrible, bro.
I'm sorry. The guy that I have seen in training camp looks good though. Cam Scatterboo looks pretty good.
Scatterboo, yeah, I have seen
so far
Scatterboo,
in training camp. He making dudes
looking
miss.
like a Mike
I seen him have a couple breakaway runs too. I'm like, man, some guys just got football speed. He ain't fast at all.
Not fast at all.
But he got football speed.
It's like Allstar, bro.
Yeah,
like Mike Allstar.
Man, Mike Allstar was punishing people.
Punishing guys, though.
He was looking for somebody to hit.
He was making real business decisions.
He reminded me of Leonard Fournette at LSU. Leonard Fournette used to look for guys. He never would try to go to an open lane. He would go towards a guy to see where he's at to truck him and then try to keep going.
LSU was playing Auburn, and that boy literally went back inside
just to hit somebody. I'm like, this guy's brain is off,
you
man.
really could have just went straight.
He off. He was off in the head. He just wanted to hit people, man. I don't know what's going on. I seen that girl on TikTok called him Leonardo Fournette. I said, man, we already at this point. We already at this point when people don't even know who Leonard Fournette is anymore. They said, oh, thanks, Leonardo Fournette. I said, this is crazy. But Russell Wilson named the starter out there, like you said, man. No surprise there. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and Jackson Dart ain't really helping because he hasn't had a good camp.
Jackson Dart's not good. Camp. Y'all gonna see the real dude at Ole Miss this year. I'm just gonna let me go ahead and put that out there now. Austin Simmons is gonna be a monster at Ole Miss this year with the guys that they got. He has to throw to this year.
I'm telling you, bro. I've never seen, bro. He dissected that Georgia defense, bro, on one drive.
Yeah, he did.
And he made it look so easy. Like, he made it look easy.
Austin Simmons is gonna be a problem this year. I didn't even know they. This is my first time seeing a black quarterback at Ole Miss. So that already just kind of thrown me off. I ain't never even seen that before. Yeah. And I think he's gonna go out there and be dominant this year. But
you see, they had to get a light skin though. They was like, can't be too black.
We ain't getting Lamar now. We ain't going too far. Let's pick somewhere halfway in between
here.
So let's ease our fan base into this. The Ole Miss fan base ain't never seen a black quarterback in their life. Somebody probably ain't gonna watch this year just because of that. I'm sorry for y'all to make y'all uncomfortable, but that's the unfortunate reality that goes on at Ole Miss. Just go to an Ole Miss game if you think I'm lying.
Just go to the state of Mississippi. Go
to the state of Mississippi and see the heaviness that you feel when you go into Mississippi for no reason. It just feels heavy. I was just in Mississippi a couple of weeks ago, man. It just feels a little bit heavy out there. But like you said, Jackson Dart not having the greatest so far. I'm not shocked by that. Russell Wilson's going to be the starter going into it, but I think Jackson Dart will play at some point. The NFL has some free agents still that I really think could help a lot of teams actually right now, and it's actually surprising to see some of these guys that are still free agents. These are some notable free agents right now that teams have not picked up. One, Odell Beckham Jr. That one I'm not as surprised because of consistent injuries, especially the last couple of years. He's had a lot of injuries the last couple of years. I still think he could come in 4 or 5 games to help a team, for sure. Yeah. The next two are definitely surprising to me at receiver, and that's Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen. Still aren't on a team.
That's crazy.
We're talking about two of the best route runners in the NFL.
They still unguardable.
Right now, one-on-one coverage, there's not many people that are going to get a win on Keenan Allen
teams,
or
y'all don't have,
Amari Cooper.
All 32 teams in the league, y'all don't have a receiver.
No.
Y'all don't have at least 2 receivers on the team that's better than them.
I'm trying to figure out what are the Cowboys doing. They still got cap room.
We could have got.
If you don't want to bring Coop back just because you don't want to bring a guy back, okay, whatever. You can't use Keenan Allen?
Yeah.
He's not Keenan Allen wouldn't be a good slot receiver to go in on the inside with CD at the X and Pickens at the Z.
Come on now.
I don't get it. I don't know what's going on with that. Matthew Judon. This dude just led the league in sacks like 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
Why is he a free agent? I remember he got cut by Atlanta. They didn't want to keep paying. I understand that. He's older. He's 33, and they didn't want to pay him all that money. But for no one to pick him up still right now, that one I don't get at all.
You got teams like the Saints that could use somebody.
The Saints could use everybody on this list. The Saints are going to be terrible next year. That's why I keep getting shocked that people keep saying, think they're trying to get ready for Arch Manning on the Browns next year, and they're going to tank. I'm like, I don't think the Browns are going to be the worst.
No reason,
y'all going to tank and get the 6th pick.
Get the 6th pick.
The Saints are getting the number 1 pick, y'all. The Saints have no hope. There are no good players on the Saints.
And y'all going to tank for no reason because he's not coming out next year.
Yeah, and then he won't even come out next year. So you're going to end up tanking for no reason whatsoever.
You're going to tank for no reason.
You're going to tank and get the 6th pick this year. It's not going to make no sense. I think the number 1 pick is solidified to the Saints already. The Saints are going to be horrible next year. They got a 27-year-old quarterback.
We need to release Kamara or something or trade Kamara.
I'm hoping this year they trade him.
We're wasting away his career.
Yeah, they've already wasted it.
We already wasted it.
He hasn't had a really good, productive season on a good team since like 2020. Yeah. You've already wasted pretty much his entire career at this point. Hopefully they'll release him at some point. Asante Samuel Jr. still a free agent. That wouldn't make it. He like 26, 27.
No, he younger than he younger than me.
Yeah, he's younger than you. I understand he had kind of a shaky season at corner.
24.
But to just say nobody pick him up, it's a bunch of corners that's on teams right now that get burnt week after week after week.
We have one.
Yeah, no, seriously.
We have one at the Cowboys.
Yeah, like what?
We got 2.
I don't get that.
We got 2 at the Cowboys. I don't get
what's going on. Why is Asante Samuel still on the team? Jadeveon Clowney, he's getting a little bit older, so I kind of understand it. But Jadeveon still was productive last year on Carolina. He had a pretty decent year last year for Carolina. Rasul Douglas,
like y'all don't need some of these guys.
Rasul Douglas at corner, he definitely can still help somebody. Zadarius Smith, still a free agent. Justice Simmons doesn't make any sense why he's still a free agent. He had a really good year at safety last year for the Falcons. And Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore had a really great season for the Vikings last year. The Vikings defense was one of the best in the league last year. And he was a big part of that, him still being a free agent. So it's still a lot of notable free agents that's out there right now that can really, really make a difference for some teams, man. But NFL season is right around the corner, y'all. Training camp is in full effect right now. We're getting to see every team, all 32 teams are in training camp. Just about every team in the nation in college football is reporting for fall camp. High school football, I've driven past some of the schools, seen the teams out there. High school football is getting ready to start. So this is a great time of year to be a football fan, folks, as we got a lot of football coming up over the next couple of weeks, and we will be covering all aspects of it from high school, college, NFL, everything right here on Centex Primetime. Out of time here today. Folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here today. Going to be back tomorrow to close out the week. Still got some more to talk about here on Centex Primetime. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Make sure, as always, subscribe to our YouTube, Centex Sports Network /Centex Sports TV over on YouTube. And go on there, hit the subscribe button. You can subscribe to our website, Centex Sports Network, on CentexSportsNetwork.com. Go on there and subscribe. Free subscription. Get signed up. You'll be able to catch all of our content. Got a couple of interviews coming out towards the end of the week. This week we'll have the interview with Rick George, the athletic director of Colorado, coming out this week as well. And we'll also have one of the Baylor players as well. An interview we had with them coming out as well. Still have the interview with Uncle Neely from Colorado is up on our YouTube right now. Still have the interview with Omar Abedian, the preseason All-American guard for Baylor. We have the interview with him up on our YouTube right now as well. You can follow me on Instagram. You'll see my name at the bottom ticker down there at Jalen Gillis. PJ, give them your handles they can find you at on social media where they can follow you.
For IG, it's going to be Stoned on Therapy. Both O's are going to be a 0, and then the E on Therapy is going to be a 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So make sure y'all go on there. Check us out, man. You'll find us. Got a lot of clips on there and some other things that we have going on. Like I said, out of time today, but we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. We will see you guys then. Everybody have a great evening.